Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on this very first edition of Chiropractic Chronicles.
Kiro Chronicles by Becca Boo.
Hey, Becca!
I contribute.
How special do you feel to be part of the first Kiro Chronicles?
Pretty special.
So I'm sitting here with another...
Look how serious he is.
Krysta. Hello, Krysta.
Hello, Dr. Sean.
And on this chronicle, we are going to discuss headaches. When you first came to the office, was this your first experience with chiropractic?
Yes, it was.
Fantastic. And it was interesting when we were talking about your first experience the other week.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 years, we finally discussed it.
Yes.
We were right on it.
2 years later.
That's a good point. You had mentioned headaches,
Yes.
and that you thought they were normal.
Yes.
Go ahead, elaborate on that a little bit, please.
When I first started, I had headaches every day. Woke up with a headache, went to bed with a headache. It was all day long headaches. I would just, even taking aspirin, ibuprofen, even Excedrin, I would still have a headache throughout.
How many a day were you taking?
Probably 4,
Okay.
sometimes more, depending on how bad the headache was. But it was all day long.
For how long?
Since puberty.
Wow.
Yep.
We're not saying that because you're old, but that's a long time.
It's a long
It's a long
time to
time.
go with headaches.
Yeah. And you had them every day?
Every day. I would buy Excedrin pretty much monthly, a whole new bottle, if not sooner, depending on how bad it was.
So random question, because most of my questions are random. Why Excedrin?
That's the one that helped me with the most.
Okay.
It got through. It helped me feel better faster.
Absolutely not a commercial for Excedrin. I was just curious because
Yeah.
it's always kind of interesting. Some people will say, I take this, I take that.
They
depending.
swear by ibuprofen or Tylenol
Or swear at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I would just take whatever I thought was best. Excedrin worked best for me, but before I found Excedrin, I was ibuprofen.
Okay.
And when we first met, I don't think that was your initial complaint, was it?
No.
So
it was not.
what did you tell us was when you first came in, what was your primary complaint that you were most concerned with?
Low back pain.
Low back pain. And when we sat down, did you mention anything to me about the headaches?
Nope.
And why was that?
I thought everybody had headaches. I thought it was normal.
Say that again. You didn't say anything about the headaches because why?
I thought it was normal. I didn't think anything had to do, like chiropractic could help with headaches.
I have nothing to say to that. That's just, how terrible to have about 10 years suffering
Mm-hmm.
with a headache every single day, assuming it's normal. And you think about, say, the average, you're going to live to what, 114?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. To go 100 years with a headache, that's just
And
crazy.
it'd be part of normal life. And the reason why, and thank you for sharing your story.
Wouldn't it be cool to do the math on the 10 to 12 years of Excedrin you took to see just how much money you spent on Excedrin to trash an organ?
You know what's interesting is with Excedrin, I've noticed patients when they come in and we're doing the initial.
Is that the green bottle stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I noticed that if they've had the problem for a period of time, a lot of them will say, well, I was taking just Tylenol, but now I'm taking Excedrin. And so props to the Excedrin marketers because they position themselves as the headache specialist of all drugs. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah.
It's true though.
And so
on
that's
the
what I
bottle
was-
it says Excedrin for migraines.
And that's
Or
what
headaches.
I was thinking when you were asking her why Excedrin. Because I noticed that they're trying. But thank you for sharing, Krysta, because there's so many times that we get that here in the office, unfortunately, where we start taking care of people and then a month later, 2 months later, my headaches are better. I never told you about my headaches.
Off camera, because, that's what I do. At what point did you decide to tell one of the boys, or did we start working on you, that you noticed your headaches weren't normal and that you didn't have to have them?
My first adjustment for a headache was probably 2 to 3 weeks after working here.
Okay.
And I had been sitting there and I was telling Dawn, about how I couldn't concentrate today because my headache was so bad and my eyes were getting so tired because I just wanted to keep them closed because my head hurt so bad. And she's like, you should go have one of the doctors adjust you. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, it helps with headaches. And I was like, really? And literally it was about 2 to 3 weeks in, and I got an adjustment. About 20 minutes later, I felt really good.
And at that point, you go, why in the world was I taking Excedrin? I should have been.
Oh, yeah.
Shame on, and this is it. I have no problem calling that. Shame on us for not picking on it. You know, we'll blame Price because he's not here.
Yeah, it's definitely Dr. Mike's fault.
Because he's not here today.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Price. But this is something that unfortunately happens a lot. And even it's, you know, patients that have multiple complaints come into the office and they've had 2 or 3 problems just nagging them. And we had one just a couple weeks ago. After he got done, he attended the discovery night, and he said, so you're telling me that the nerves in the neck, those go up and through the head? I said, yeah, why so? Well, nothing, I've just been getting normal headaches for the past like 6 years now.
Which elicited the conversation with Krysta.
Yeah. And it was like, so define normal. He goes, well, they're really not that bad. I just kind of start seeing these weird spots. The room spins for a bit. I black out. I just go sit in a room for a day. I'm good. I was like, oh, but people don't know. And so it's sad. But that's why we wanted to do this video and, of course, bring you on.
So, headaches are common, not normal.
Just because it's common does not mean it's normal.
And they're correctable by getting checked by your local Chiro crew.
Adios, Kiro Chronicles.